We're going to cover marketing forms in Channelyze. So marketing forms can be used in a variety of places. So you can design forms that can be put onto your own website, or forms that can be part of landing pages and asset-based campaigns as well. So let's go and have a look at what we have under the forms menu here. So you can see by default, we have 3 different types of forms that are already set up for us in Channelyze. So we've got a partner application form, a deal form, and a lead form. And these are the forms that are used when partners are, for example, creating leads and passing them to you as a vendor, or if you have partners that want to apply to become partners of yours, then they will fill out these particular forms. And you can design these forms however you like. What I'm going to do now is create a new type of lead form and show you how we would create a form from scratch. So let's say we want to create another lead form that we're going to use in a slightly different place to where we use this one. So let's start by creating a new form, and we're going to call this maybe a lead capture form. And we're going to say this form is used in asset-based campaigns, something like that. Okay, so and we can choose what type of form it is. And so in this case, it's a lead capture form. It's of a type lead. So we're going to start off like this. Okay, so there we are. We've created it, and now we're going to go and configure it. So let's go in there, and you can see we've got a configuration of a form where we can drag and drop different fields onto the form. So we start off with these fields here, and you'll see that we've got contact, email, company, and country. So those are your sort of 4 typical basic fields that you would use for lead capture. Now you'll see that there are a couple of fields here that are marked with a star. Now what that means is that they are required fields. So in the case of Channelyze, we definitely need this country field, and we don't even allow you to say whether that is not required. But in the case of an email, we might, for example, allow that not to be required, and we can make that, we can toggle that between being required and not required by pressing this star button over here. Okay. Now, if we want to add, let's say, a city field to this as well as what we have here, then we're just going to drag this over to the form and just pop it in like that. Okay, so you can build up your form however you like, and we can delete fields just by clicking there. We may also want to add a heading for this form. So if it's going to be used inside your website or inside an asset campaign of some sort, then it might be useful to have a heading associated with that. So we might, for example, create a heading called, sign up for a demo. All right, so there we are. We've got our title for the form. We've got our fields. Now we can also style the form. So if we want to, for example, style the form such that the field names, the field labels appear above the fields rather than to the left of the fields, then we can do that by just selecting these radio buttons here. There's a number of different options we have for styling this form. So we can also style the form itself with a solid color or a gradient or an image. We have the ability to style the font size of the header. We can choose the font, we can choose the color, and we can also choose the similar things for the labels and the field fonts, okay, and even the button style as well. So there we've created our form, and we're going to use this in other areas of the product now.